Step inside the world's most secure printing facility, where the iconic American dollar is born through a blend of high-tech engineering and centuries-old artistic craft. Every movement is monitored by state-of-the-art surveillance, ensuring that the production of the world's primary reserve currency remains protected behind layers of absolute security. The journey begins here, in a massive vault holding the foundation of wealth, where specialized paper is stored under strict environmental controls before the printing process. Automated systems handle the heavy lifting, transporting massive rolls of a unique blend consisting of 75% cotton and 25% linen for maximum durability. Unlike ordinary paper, this material features distinctive red and blue security fibers woven directly into the structure, acting as the first line of defense against counterfeiting. As the rolls unwind, the pristine white surface prepares to receive layers of complex ink, beginning a transformation that will eventually reach every corner of the globe. The paper flows like a river through the machinery, maintained at a precise tension to ensure that every single note is printed with absolute mathematical accuracy today. The scale of production is breathtaking, with miles of paper processed daily to meet the global demand for the most trusted currency in the history of finance. Precision is paramount at every stage, as sophisticated sensors track the paper's position to within a fraction of a millimeter before the first drop of ink hits. We enter the first stage of printing, where massive offset presses apply the subtle background colors that give the dollar its unique and recognizable aesthetic appearance. Specially formulated inks, including shades of green and peach, are carefully mixed and monitored to ensure consistent color across millions of notes printed in every batch. The offset process applies a smooth, flat layer of color, creating the intricate background patterns and anti-counterfeiting features that are nearly impossible for criminals to replicate. As the sheets emerge from the press, powerful infrared lamps instantly dry the ink, locking the colors in place before the paper moves to the next station. The sheer speed of the machinery is a marvel of modern engineering, turning blank sheets into complex works of financial art at a truly incredible industrial pace. Every gear and belt works in perfect harmony, a mechanical symphony that produces currency with a level of reliability that the world has come to expect from us. This vast facility operates 24 hours a day, maintaining the delicate balance between high-volume production and the surgical precision required for such a high-stakes manufacturing process. Even at this early stage, the complexity is evident, with microprinting and hidden patterns already visible to the trained eye and the highly sensitive scanning equipment. Once the background is complete, the sheets are stacked and prepared for the most critical phase of the process, where the currency truly takes its final shape. Welcome to the heart of the factory, intaglio printing. This centuries-old technique uses massive steel plates carved with incredible detail to create the dollar's distinctive texture. Heavy, paste-like ink is forced into the deep engravings, ensuring that the most important details of the build receive the maximum amount of color and structural depth. With tens of thousands of pounds of pressure, the paper is actually embossed into the plate, pulling the ink out of the grooves and onto the surface. This process creates a tactile experience that you can feel with your fingertips, a raised ink texture that remains one of the most effective security features. The level of detail is astounding, capturing every fine line of the portrait with a sharpness that digital printers simply cannot achieve, making each note a masterpiece. The sound of the intaglio press is the heartbeat of the factory, a constant, powerful thud that echoes the strength and stability of the American economy. As the sheets emerge, the transformation is nearly complete. The iconic faces of history now stare back with a depth and clarity that defines the American dollar. Human expertise still plays a vital role, as master engravers and technicians meticulously inspect the plates to ensure that every single line remains sharp and perfect. Because the ink is so thick, the sheets require extensive drying time in a specialized environment to prevent smudging and ensure the longevity of the printed image. The scale is immense, with millions of dollars in various stages of completion sitting in a single room, yet every single sheet is accounted for every second. The marriage of heavy industrial force and delicate mechanical handling allows the factory to maintain an incredible output without ever sacrificing the quality of the currency. Now, the sheets move towards the most critical gatekeeper, the inspection phase, where only the most perfect examples of printing will be allowed to pass through. Under ultraviolet light, the invisible becomes visible. Security threads glow brightly, confirming the authenticity of the paper and the integrity of the integrated safety features. Advanced artificial intelligence systems scan each note at lightning speed, comparing every pixel against a master template to detect even the smallest ink splatters or misalignments. The system is ruthless. If a single line is out of place or a drop of ink is misplaced, the entire sheet is flagged for removal instantly. Zero tolerance for error ensures that only the highest quality currency enters circulation, maintaining the prestige and trust associated with the United States Treasury and government. Sophisticated optical features like the three-dimensional security ribbon are checked for their holographic properties, ensuring they shift and change color perfectly when the note is tilted. Human supervisors oversee the automated process, providing a final layer of expert judgment to ensure that the technology is operating at its peak efficiency and accuracy. Cleanliness is essential to the process, as any debris could interfere with the final stages of numbering and cutting that turn these sheets into legal tender. The inspection phase is a silent sentinel, a high-tech barrier that protects the integrity of the dollar and ensures that counterfeiters face an impossible task. With the printing and inspection complete, these sheets are now ready for the final step that will give each individual note its own unique serial number. Every dollar is unique. The final printing stage adds the green treasury seal and the individual serial numbers that track the note throughout its entire life. Mechanical numbering blocks spin with incredible speed, ensuring that no two notes in a series ever share the same identification, a critical feature for financial security. This process, known as overprinting, completes the visual identity of the bill, adding the final authority of the United States government to the printed paper. The seals of authority are applied with a crisp, clean finish, marking the note as official currency of the Federal Reserve and ready for use in commerce. The sheets are gathered into massive stacks, perfectly aligned and squared to ensure that when they are cut, every single note is identical in size. Precision cutting is the next step. A massive, razor-sharp hydraulic blade will slice through the thick stack of paper with the accuracy of a surgical tool. The power is immense, cutting through hundreds of sheets at once to create the individual bills that we carry in our wallets every single day. After the first cut, the stack is rotated and sliced again, transforming large sheets of 32 bills into individual notes of perfectly uniform dimensions and weight. The loose notes are now organized into bundles of 100, the standard unit of currency handling for banks and financial institutions around the world. Each bundle is strapped with a color-coded band, indicating the denomination and quantity, ensuring that they are ready for easy counting and secure distribution. The transformation is complete. What began as a roll of cotton and linen is now a sea of finished, serialized, and authenticated United States currency. The finished notes are now organized into larger units. These bricks of cash represent the final form of the currency before it leaves the facility. Vacuum sealing protects the notes from moisture and tampering, ensuring that they remain in pristine condition until they are opened by a bank teller. The final seal is applied, along with a tracking label that records the exact history of the money, from the press to the shipping department. These containers are the final vessels of transport, built to withstand the rigors of global shipping, while keeping their multi-million-dollar contents completely secure. Automated vehicles navigate the facility with precision, moving the wealth into massive underground vaults for temporary storage before they are loaded for final transport. This is one of the most valuable rooms on Earth, holding a significant portion of the world's liquid wealth in an environment of total security. The vault is sealed, protected by layers of steel and concrete, waiting for the armored convoys that will take this money to the Federal Reserve. The final stage begins as armored trucks, protected by specialized security teams, prepare to distribute the new currency to banks across the nation and the world. As the trucks depart, the journey of the dollar enters its most important phase, fueling global commerce and providing a stable foundation for the international economy. From raw fiber to global power, the production of the US dollar is a masterpiece of security and engineering. Thank you for witnessing this incredible journey.